the American people are getting really sick and tired of what the Democrat Party is selling in their division, but they're really enthusiastic about our economy, about jobs, about low regulation, about stronger standing worldwide, about good judges being appointed, and they see leadership out of this administration. So
there's been a lot of talk about how Texas could swing to the Democrats, could become, I guess the expression is purple. I don't know the exact expression. Do you think there's any chance that President Trump loses Texas in November?
No. I can tell you, just last night we saw Beto O'Rourke coming out to give his grand endorsement coming out for Joe Biden. Now, look, Beto O'Rourke got, defeated by Ted Cruz 2 years ago. I go around the state and I go around my district talking to people, the people who moved to Texas that they say, oh, they're flipping Texas blue. These are people that are freedom lovers, that are seeking refuge from places that are high tax, high regulation states like California, the state of Washington, or New York. They moved to Texas for freedom. I'm actually of the belief that we're going to expand our margins in Texas, that Texas is going to continue to lead the world in prosperity and growth, particularly behind our energy renaissance, which, by the way, Bernie Sanders wants to ban fracking. Think about that. Bernie Sanders wants to go into Texas selling the banning of fracking, which is fundamentally changing the geopolitical landscape around the world, strengthening the American economy, strengthening our ability to hold the line against Russia and against places in the Middle East, and frankly, making the carbon footprint in the world less. So it's go ahead.
Yeah, I just one last one, because it's a very active news day, and I want to get this in. President Trump has said, look, he would consider closing the southern border. By that he means slowing down and testing people coming across the legitimate ports of entry. I suspect that that would have a profound negative impact on the Texas economy. Am I right?
Well, certainly we don't want to have a situation where we're having the negative economic impact of stopping flow. But here's the question that I'm asking DHS, and I sent a letter to them and to HHS and DOD. What are we going to do about our southern border to ensure that we're dealing with the massive illegal flow across our border? What are we going to do when we have a containment problem? We had 37,000 people apprehended in January, Stuart. Everybody thinks that the crisis has abated. It hasn't. 37,000 people. What do you do when you have somebody who's infected in one of our facilities along the border, along the Rio Grande, where cartels have operational control of the border, profiting by moving human beings across the border, and it's still going on today. While everybody in D.C. runs around clamoring like chickens with their heads cut off about coronavirus, they're not dealing with the fact that our border remains porous, remains open, and 120 miles of fencing, while good, doesn't mean we have yet a secure border. Okay. So we're working hard, and I'm pushing on them to make sure we secure it and that we actually have a plan to deal with anybody that was infected in the population along the border.